We're live. All right. What's going on, everyone? We're going to get TikTok going. We should be live. It's a hot day. Hot day. All right, let's go ahead and get TikTok started. Oh. Okay. I'm going to mute for a second over on YouTube. Play an intro for TikTok, and we'll get going. All right, I was vibing. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the show. If you guys want to go ahead and double tap the screen, comment, interact, help get some people in here, that would be awesome. I have the volume on. I know, the audio was off on purpose. What's going on? We're waiting on Jaden to join. What is this? Why? I don't know. I think that Katie sent over a new background for us, and I'm going to check to see where the flip it's at. That's actually great. I know you sent it over. I didn't see it yet, Katie. 1 second. How's everyone doing? If you guys are over on YouTube, hit that like button, leave a comment, interact, show me how much you love the channel. If you guys are over on TikTok, go ahead and double tap the screen, comment, interact, help get some people in here. We're about to do some gosh darn debates. Gosh. What do we... Oh, yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. We're going to talk about some stuff. We got the Epstein list. That's a fun one. God, I wish we would have got more time to talk about this in the morning. Okay, let me add the new background in. All right, let me go ahead and put the background in. There's Jaden. All right, let me get in on my other account. Hey. What's going on, everyone? If you guys want to go ahead and double tap the screen, comment, interact, help get some people in here. Sorry, we're having a bit of a slow start.
It's the weekend, yeah.
Yeah, it's the weekend.
Yeah, well, we're
Yeah,
back.
it's the
It's the
weekend.
Monday show.
Yeah.
So apparently Jeffrey Epstein was a real standout guy and a loner who didn't know anybody at all and just did everything alone. That's what we're hearing here. He also killed himself. That's true. But he had no friends and associated with nobody of note and did everything on his own.
He
That's
did
what the
everything
Justice
on his
Department
own.
said. Yes.
And he wouldn't have got it wouldn't have got away for it too if it wasn't that pesky Donald Trump. Oh,
So that's all
God.
there is. Nothing to see here. Please
Good
resume your
Lord.
everyday embrace of fascism.
We got Red G. I don't think they're debating. If you're debating, though, stay in the box. If you're not, please hop out. Would appreciate it. I thought Biden was on the list and Obama. No?
This guy says tinfoil hat leftists need to be stopped. You should come in here.
Yeah.
Oh, he joined. Oh, that was fast.
Oh, hold on a second.
What do we
Okay,
need to be stopped from?
what do we need to be?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Actually, wait 1 second. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, wait, hold on. I gotta turn the air off, too. Damn. Sorry, it's a messed up day.
No problem.
All right. Now, what do we, what a tinfoil hat leftist? How are we tinfoil hat? Let's start this over. How are we tinfoil hat leftists?
You're on here trying to make these conspiracy theories and
I'm sorry.
rabbit
Can you be
holes.
specific about what conspiracy theory?
So you're trying to make the client list exist, and the government has let you know it's not real. It doesn't exist. Like,
Sounds
you
familiar.
gotta
I
put
can
on these
hear-
tinfoil hats and
Yeah.
detect.
So Reggie,
the
you used to
list.
come into my live really quick. Did you used to come into my live a lot, like a couple years ago?
Yeah, I did. You called me a conspiracy
Yeah.
theorist. You called me that when I brought
Yeah,
these things up.
yeah,
You
yeah,
called
yeah, I
me that. Look
remember.
what you told me.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I know. This is going nowhere. This isn't going anywhere. It's not going a single nowhere. I already know. It's not going anywhere. We're gonna sit here looking like we got our thumbs up our ass.
I'm not gonna lie, I just find it funny because when I was saying this shit, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. Now you guys get to be the conspiracy theorists. The government said no, it's not real.
Wait, do you trust the government?
Oh, we gotta trust the government. They got
I'm
the
just asking, do you trust
They
the
have
government
the
on this?
information. They got all the stuff.
I mean, we've known the
on,
government to
yeah,
redact
come
sensitive
on.
information. They've censored things. They've outright deleted things and destroyed documents, too. Do you trust their word on this? That Jeffrey Epstein acted alone and there is no other co-conspirators in this regard?
Well, I wouldn't say that he acted alone, but I would say if there was a client list, Pam Bondi doesn't have it on her
She said
desk.
she did.
I thought we
longer.
established that this was a troll.
Is it?
I'm in good faith here that the government has claimed that there is no list. I don't know where you guys getting the idea that there's a list.
The suggestion that's been perpetuated for years by this administration?
That was a different list.
What's the different list now? She said earlier this year, in like February, that she had a list. Remember when she
That was
invited
the-
all those influencers to the White House and then redacted every single name associated with it?
That was the flight logs. They have the flight logs.
No, it was the actual list.
Jaden, there's no list. The government is letting us know that there's no list.
She said there was a list.
The flight logs, the log, which you
No,
guys
she
think
never
is-
specified that it was flight log. She said she had the list.
You guys gotta stop gaslighting.
It's not gaslighting.
Wait, is this not a troll? I thought we established that already. Did I miss that? No. Just go silent on me. Radio silent. Okay.
I guess so.
I just love that the shoe's on the other foot. I'm a hop down.
Okay. I appreciate it. We all
Do
do.
you see the irony? Do you see the irony? Like,
Hey, the shoe's not on the other
seen it.
foot. Like, you should want every bit of information from this case to be out there. And suddenly you guys are okay with it not being there.
Wait, Jaden, isn't this a
I
troll?
feel like
Didn't he just agree
I don't
with
know,
it
if
being
she
a troll?
said, if
Maybe.
she said very clear like 8 times, then everything would be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's be very clear. There is no list. The list doesn't exist. And I'm being very clear here.
You've made that clear.
You made it really clear. It's not right, but it's clear.
All right.
All right.
You may
Well,
go.
this was not fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Goodbye. Well. Anyway.
So,
Stop the recording on that. If you guys want to go ahead and double tap the screen, comment, interact, help get some people in here. I'm just looking over it. We are killing it on the watch hours on the YouTube Shorts. Did you know that?
oh, that's
Murder,
good.
she wrote. If you guys want to double tap the screen, comment, interact, help get some people in here, I would appreciate it. If you guys are over on YouTube or Twitch or something like that, if you guys could hit the like button, double tap the screen, whatever the fuck it is on each platform. I'm just going to say that. Just bash everything on every platform, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Just do that. Also, we have a 30 sub goal on the night. We do have someone in the box, so the sub goal is not up there over on YouTube, but it's right there, up in the upper, how is it reversed? Left-hand corner. And you guys can see it throughout the night. But if you guys want to support the channel, consider subscribing. Would appreciate it. And we will get someone in here. Oh, it's Josh. Sammy, appreciate it for the 5. Thank you. This dude was wiping his face and said, let's make this very clear. I wipe my we're killing on the watch hour. So OK High is almost monetized now, which will be nice. Spectacular. Fantastic. But if you guys are over there, double tap the screen, comment, whatever. Hit all the shit. I thought I accepted Josh. Anyway.
Yes. Welcome.
Free Maxwell, since there's no evidence.
Yeah.
There's
He
zero
acted
evidence
alone.
that this took place. Yeah, he acted alone, clearly.
Clearly, he acted
No, it came
alone.
up. I've got the video of Pam Bondi saying they had the list. Like I don't know why. Like what did this? I mean, this was just back in March.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
Yeah, so like I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, that's AI. Somebody said.
It's
It was Reggie. It was Reggie.
Always. It's always
Yeah,
AI.
that was AI that was posted 4 months ago, bud. They knew that was coming. That's right. They posted that 4 months ago on YouTube.
Did everyone have a good 4th? By the way,
I didn't really celebrate. I went and saw that movie Mithrigan, or Megan as it's commonly referred. Not as good as the first one,
nice.
but it was a distraction nonetheless.
Nice. I turned down a bunch of plans. Stayed home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was Megan good?
The first one was. Second one's more like Terminator 2. Just an action comedy instead of like a horror flick like the first one.
Huh.
I'd recommend the first one.
I got a headache.
Yeah, it feels more like a 3 or 4 in the series, not the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
I hate when they do
where they
that.
start to run out of ideas.
I mean, like, you really got to get the sequels right. You know what I mean?
You do, and they dropped the ball on this one.
Are you going to join US only TikTok? I don't think you join. I just think it switches.
Oh, good. I don't want to rebuild my following.
No, you don't have to rebuild your following. The question at thing here is the question at hand here is where the data is not where the data is going to be stored, but rather where the algorithm is going to be stored. There is a U.S. algorithm that was built. We knew this. It leaked out of there. This is what they've confirmed. My guess is that algorithm is going to be leased to Oracle for a 4-year period. I don't know how they're going to oversee it getting it back, but in the United States, there are pretty robust courts for copyright. So in the event that China was to give this to them to oversee, and they're trying to figure out how to structure that deal, because there's a lot of questions to it and how you would enforce it and all this other stuff. But my guess is it's not going to be a full-on sale to Oracle. There was talk about ByteDance being a minority stakeholder, but the problem is they don't actually have to do that to satisfy the law. All they really have to do is make sure that that algorithm is in the United States. So my assumption is that it's going to be the algorithm is going to be leased in the United States. The algorithm, there's no way the algorithm is going to be sold. There's no possibility of that. None. China won't allow it. TikTok won't allow it. I think it's become more clear as it's gone along, but I think they're going to lease it. I think that's what's going to happen, and Oracle's going to think they're not going to give up a majority stake. It's just not going to happen. They're not going to give up a majority of stake of TikTok USA at all. And if they were to do that, though, they're not going to allow the algorithm to stay there, because then there's no control of it for China. China wants the ability to be able to control this as a political talking point to get what they want, and they're going to do that. That's what they want. There's no way they hand that away. We've talked about it before. The lease question came up a while ago, but this makes the most sense. They lease it to Oracle. Oracle oversees it. Obviously, they'll have other TikTok representatives there overseeing the viewership of the algorithm to ensure that it's not getting copied, whatever. There's also the question of how they're going to do that, probably through some sort of encryption blockchain method. I don't know. Anyway, why didn't Biden release the list? Because it doesn't exist. Gotcha. God, we got him in the greatest catch-22. They cannot say that anymore. It doesn't exist.
And Hunter Biden's not on it. Nor is
And Hunter
Joe
Biden,
nor Obama.
nor is Joe Biden, nor is
Harris.
Obama. So why'd you all come in here and tell me all about it? Tell me all about Hunter Biden being on the list. I thought he was on the list. What the hell?
I was just watching a live with a bunch of, like, Dom was in there, OM was in there, and they weren't happy about it, man. They're like, I still don't regret my vote, but something shady's going on here. Obviously, I think it's Pam Bondi, and this is a lot deeper than everybody realizes. Like they're skating around the fact that Trump's on the list. That's why it's not released.
Yeah, that's the only conclusion you can make. Because he said it exists, I'm going to release it. You can't say he didn't know that it didn't exist, because he said it existed when he was already president. So how would he not know it doesn't exist? It's not going to get released because he's fucking on
Unless
it.
he lied.
Yeah,
on it.
OM got out.
Yeah?
He did time served. He's going to tell you the charges were dropped, and that's bullshit. He did time served. That's what the papers say.
Yeah. Charges were not dropped, as far as I know. Anyway, we got Kyle. And then we're going to find our best friend, Kyle.
Kyle. I can barely hear you.
1 second.
I'm sorry. What's up?
There you go.
I'll bring it up.
Hey.
Yeah.
What's going on, Kyle? What is your take? Where's the list? Where's the Epstein list? That's what we all want to know.
I think it's the same place where I hope my student loans went. I'm kidding. I paid those, but I think he's on the list.
That doesn't even make
If there's
sense.
a list, does it make sense? Okay. Well, does
No,
it make
don't
sense?
mock
that
me.
fucking,
Like the joke just didn't make
I'm
any
gonna,
sense.
I'm gonna. All I'm saying
Actually,
is,
explain the joke for us. Can you explain the joke?
okay. All right. All
I
I'm
like
saying
jokes.
is, if we, I like Jaden actually. I've heard you a lot. I'm sorry. Let me explain.
Okay, man.
If we could just say, all I gotta say is, like, if the list disappeared, why can't our student loans disappear?
Because this administration blocked the mechanism to do so.
I don't think he's arguing with you.
There
All
was
I'm
a plan
saying
in
is-
place.
I think he was
So do
making
you
a
think
understand
he's
joke.
on the
right?
list, Jaden?
Jaden, I think he was
What?
making a joke. I think he was making a joke that our student loan should disappear. I don't think he's against us.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to say.
Oh.
It was a lame
Well, he
one. I'm
mocked
sorry.
me for it, so.
It's okay.
I didn't know it was Jaden though. Jaden, you're cool. I like you. You're always on panels that I listen to, and I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck that
I
TikTok guy.
apologize. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry, Jaden. I'm sorry. Accept my apology or don't. It's fine. I'm sorry.
It's
All
whatever.
I gotta say is I think
Just
he's
be
on the
funnier.
list. Yeah. Okay, I'll work on it. You are the comedian here, so I'll work on it.
No.
I think he's on the list.
Oh yeah, he's definitely. He's a
And
freaking
if
flyer.
he's not on the,
He's got Epstein points for sure. Oh, I got those reward miles. Anyway, That was a joke, Kyle. That's the stuff you're supposed to. The stuff you're supposed to laugh at.
And sound clips of him
It's a
being
deficit
really
day.
appropriate towards his daughter
We agree.
Yeah.
and both girls that were going up to escort.
All right. Well, I can barely hear you because you're breaking up, but I appreciate you coming in.
I thought that was Kathy Griffin.
No, it's Justin Bieber
Profile
with
picture, yeah.
with a wig.
So,
Yeah.
have you seen that picture that's been going around lately of Kathy Griffin? She looks scary. Carrot Top
No.
scary.
I just saw her video of her. She was talking. It was a recent video. She looked I mean, lots of makeup, but she looked alright.
All right,
She
we
went
got a
out.
debate, and guys, I got to be honest with you. I need
Agreed.
you all to buckle down because we need
Yep.
some debates because we don't have fucking anything. I don't have anything front loaded. Not a thing.
No problem.
So I need to get as many
How's
as I
my audio?
can in the next few days because I'm running like a week leg time, but we had a bunch of them that they just weren't good. Usually it's like a week front loading, but I only have. Do I have one or do I have more? I think. Oh, maybe I have it through the 9th. I don't know. Anyway, let's accept. What's going on? You got a lot of background noise. Wonder if you could fix that.
Oh my God, is that the Jaden?
Oh boy. Well, sorry, Tom.
Jaden, is that you? Got me so
That's
fucking
okay.
wet. I can't believe I'm talking to Jaden, the Jaden.
Yeah, I have that effect.
I'm cringing out.
Yeah,
Anyways, are we debating?
Yeah, there's no list, guys. What the fuck are we talking about? I thought we confirmed all this.
So you guys
So
don't
Trump
believe the list
lied.
anymore?
Yeah, he does that.
Okay.
He's known for that.
No, don't excuse it. Don't excuse it.
What do you mean? Don't excuse it.
Do not excuse it. Lying's
Don't
not
excuse
okay.
what? He lied. He
Don't
lied.
gaslight me. Yeah. don't
Did I
excuse
say it was?
Don't,
I'm saying that's what he does.
Don't add a but.
I mean, you're so
he
easily
lied.
gaslit.
Well, no,
The
when
fuck?
you say
We are?
no,
So easy
when
to
you
do,
say
though.
shit,
Why would I not? Jaden, I'm
Buddy-
sorry. Don't get offended by
Hey,
this stuff, Jaden.
Hey.
I'm just
stop talking. Shut up. Thanks. Jesus Christ.
Jaden,
what a
please
yap.
don't come out at me for this stuff.
What a yap. Stop talking.
Jaden, please.
Stop.
I'm getting weird.
Jesus Christ.
Where's my restraining order?
Oh my God, Jaden. All right.
Hey, quit gooning, please.
Actually, you're not
Stop.
just
All right, that's
going.
enough.
You're blocked.
Yo.
Anyway, got rid of that disaster. If you guys want to double tap the screen, comment, interact, help get some people in here, would appreciate it. Yeah, I got debates out for 2 days. So over the next 2 days, I got to pull some shit in and then do a ton of work. By the way, editing, processing, sorting clips is work. Josh knows. It's a lot. By the way, can we get some dubs in here for Josh? Josh has been doing a lot of work over on OK High.
Yeah, Josh.
Thanks, guys.
So, yeah.
Go over there, check them out. They're not getting a ton of views because the channel's kind of slow, but let me know what you think.
Yeah, that's where news is going to go. You think it would go on
Yeah.
News Dude, but I've already started the process of posting just debates over on News Dude. So we're just going to go with it. Plus, OK High, you know, I want it to be kind of like maybe have some contributors and stuff like that in the future. So, I don't know. We'll see.
I need OK High to get bigger than News Dude. How's that?
Bigger?
Like seriously, that's how good my stuff is. Better than
Nice.
Tommy's. You got a W Tic Tac emote? That's fucking awesome.
We did. We got a WJ.
That's
emote
awesome.
too. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah, I'll
you
show
guys.
everybody over here. Hold on.
That's fucking awesome.
All right. Well, if you guys want to double tap the screen, comment, interact, help get some people in here. We need some to debate. So if you guys want to get us up to 50K likes, would appreciate
I
it.
can't believe you guys did that. I don't know who did that, but thank you guys. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Of course.
Anyways, do you want to get into the news? I mean, I kind of want to start off with a debate so that we don't buckle it down into the news, you know what I mean? But
let's
for
try to get
that to
some
happen,
debates.
we need everybody to double tap the screen, comment, interact. If you guys want to help us reach the gift goal up in the thing up there, I would appreciate it. Also, if you could sub. We have a 30 sub goal on the night. I got to get over to Trixie's comment from earlier. Trixie, appreciate, are you going? Oh, yeah, you already asked that. Are you going to join him? The answer is you're not going to join anything. You're just going to do that. Ow.
We're gonna shuffle.
There's
It's
one.
OK High Network over on YouTube. It's got, I think, a little over 2,000 people. I'm not sure. But yeah, check it out over there, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, man. This live is falling apart. You know I'm subpoenaing you, right? Do you know that? You know that.
I don't think they, process the gravity of all that.
No, because, you talked about the lawsuit, which is where you inevitably fucked up, which I knew you would. So, now you're implicated. Pull device ID. Pull all your accounts. I don't know what to tell you. The lawsuit has taken time. It's coming. So... that has been a process. What am I, like, fucking 8 months working on this fucking lawsuit? Fuck. God. A lot. Anyway. Don't have anything to say. No. Well, you know what I want to talk about? Fireworks. It's cool to blow up a few, but after a minute, it's just like, just stop. You know, like you're 4 or 5 days out. Just stop. It's fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. Just stop. I want to sleep. I don't need to hear that.
Fireworks are good year round, are they not? Like they don't expire, right?
Yeah.
Why do people insist on using like the excess fireworks the day after, the days after, the weeks after, the months after? I'm still hearing that shit blow off.
Yeah. I want drone shows.
Save it till next year.
Drone shows
are
would
nice.
be good. Yeah, those are cool. I'm not a fan
Seen
of
them setting up a drone show in Dubai. It was pretty impressive what they were doing. They had that shit streamlined. They have towers that they have drones stacked on top of each other in towers, and they're handheld towers, and you just walk around and you bloop, 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 like little Pez dispensers, but drones pop out, and then they line them all up, and it was pretty impressive, man. It was really cool. It can't be that expensive. I mean, drone technology isn't that super. Fireworks are super expensive. You only got to buy the drones once.
Right. So. Nobody's lost a thumb from a drone show.
Right.
Well.
Yeah, I don't know. a couple of planes gone down because of them, but whatever.
You remember we all just sort of forgot all willy-nilly about the drones? Do you remember that? We just all sort of forgot.
Yeah, it was a weird phase, and
because they came out.
Something.
They came out. The drones that were flying over Jersey.
Oh yeah, those. Well, nobody lost a thumb.
Yeah. By the way, this morning I had that message or whatever of that offer, and I turned it down. It was to live stream with another major creator, actually a really big creator. It's not the direction I want to take. I don't want to, and I don't really. I built something my way, and I don't need external forces. I feel like I'm making the right move.
Okay.
Everybody wants me to go to different in whatever. I don't want to go that way. I feel like I've been pretty consistent and true to myself on that, and I could have chased a bunch of money, and I'm not gonna do that. So
that's good.
I turned it down. So if you guys want to support that decision, there is a Venmo Cash App in the bio. You guys can go ahead and double tap the screen, comment, interact, help get some people in here. You guys can sub over to any one of the channels. We do have a 30 sub goal, none on the night. You can gift some as well, or join the Patreon where you guys can watch the playbacks. I haven't heard back from Corey. I've reached out, so I don't know how to integrate Discord into TikTok. So we'll work on that. But that's kind of all the news. I did end up turning the offer down for a lot of money, and integrity is what I'm going to go ahead and cash in on. If the channel goes under, it goes under.
Did they offer you to be a right-wing creator?
No.
Centrist?
No, it had no.
Join the Charlie Kirk tour.
It was just live streaming, You know how they do battles, and I was not gonna do
Oh.
it. Even if it was
Yeah.
political, I don't want to. Be honest with you, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna find my own way. Nutcracker, appreciate it. Thank you. Nutcracker, someone's gonna have to put an end to this Epstein meme craze because it's not gonna off itself. Nutcracker, appreciate it. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat? Appreciate it, Nutcracker. Nutcracker, thank you for supporting my decision to walk away. Anyway.
Nope.
Anyway, so what do we got going on? What's going on with the chat? How's everyone doing?
I'm doing
wait,
all
the
right.
leftist didn't scream Russian money? What?
What? What is that even in reference to?
Is that in reference to right-wing creators getting Russian money? Are you talking to me?
That did happen.
Charlie Kirk is
Temple.
10,000% more popular than the guy talking shit. He also has 10,000% more forehead. And I don't really care. I don't care. Popularity isn't it a fighting trait? In fact, did you know Vincent van Gogh didn't even know that he was famous until he never knew he was famous? Never.
Because
I'm
he
not saying I'm
died.
Vincent van Gogh. I'm more like redneck Shakespeare of the TikTok debates, but whatever.
He didn't become famous till after he died.
Yeah. Yeah, his brother was selling all this stuff. No debates. Not a single one.
Nope.
Did you know Pablo Picasso died in the 1970s?
Yeah, I did.
It's fucking weird. I was
Yeah.
born in the 1970s. Like, he died before I was born, but still.
Speaking of artists, they had exhumed Salvador Dali about a decade or so ago, and his mustache is still intact.
What?
Can we get a
Are you being
Yeah.
serious?
different? Can we get some different backgrounds? Someone want to take charge of that? While I'm
Yeah, Katie
over here.
has been. She's done a great job.
His,
I had a kind of a
2017.
crazy weekend, man. I had a problem. So I'll start this off. My dog is fine. But
Yes,
last
Harry.
night, my son was out jogging with my dog, and he got hit by a car. My dog did. It was a big truck too. We had to run up to Tucson for an emergency vet. Was not fucking cheap. Dog had to stay in, had surgery. His leg is pretty tore up, and then he cut the inside of his mouth up pretty good. I think he just bit down on his tongue, but he's doing okay. He's in a lot of pain. He's got this big ass cone around his head, so he bumps into everything. It's the saddest thing ever. But he's just like it was just a really rough night, man. We were up till 2 in the morning before we finally got home. And then we had to get back up at 8 or 7 to be up there by 8. And it's just been a crazy day. But things have calmed down. He's 145 pounds. He's a Belgian
I
Shepherd.
thought you were gonna say
That's
years old.
That's a
donkey.
big. That's a person.
He's a big. Yeah, I know. Like my daughter is like 115. My oldest daughter. So like that's a big dog. But anyway, I think the bigness is
now?
what saved him. But no, that's Nugget. She's the puppy. But yeah, that was my night all night last night. So it was crazy. But the dog is okay and fucking $3,500 more expensive now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Vets
Good
are so
Lord.
expensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We got Hank. Please
Boy.
don't be doing a Baja Blast.
Donald Trump is a fucking nigger.
Oh boy.
He's a right-loving faggot.
You but didn't work fast enough.
fuck, man.
Can I get a block on that account? Why do
Yeah,
they
I
always
get it.
do it on a fake profile? Why do they always do it on a fake profile? I never understood that. Show some pride in your hatred. You know, we're so prideful. We're so prideful. You know what I mean? Say it with your chest. You know. Anyway, all right, we got this person.
Nope. He said
Same
huge
deal?
gas W.
Oh yeah. Block him. And yeah. Blocked.
Anyone else?
All right. Anyone want to hop in the box and debate? Because if not, we're going to move on to the news.
All right.
Really quick, Josh, how did you want to do this? You just want me to record it and post it over to OK Hi?
I can just go back through it tonight. And I'll
No, if I
clip it.
post it onto OK Hi, you can just pull it out on the downloader and you can. It's that way you don't have to clip out the whole video. It's whatever you want to do, but I'll just record it. I'll just post it over there. It's fine.
Yeah, and then I'll section them out.
All right, give me 1 second. That way you don't have to clip through the whole live to get to this part. It makes it real easy, or at least a lot easier. All right, we're going. Jaden, you got the news for us?
Yes, I do. The top story of the day, as you have all probably heard, after months of touting the impending release of new blockbuster information on accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein, the Justice Department announced in a memo Monday that there was no evidence he kept a client list or was murdered. The Justice Department also does not plan to release any new documents in the matter, it said Monday. The admission reneges on promises from President Donald Trump, who previously spoke about releasing more governmental files on the disgraced financier, as we go against years of conspiracy theories pushed by the right wing. The systematic review revealed no incriminating client list. The unsigned memo states there was no credible evidence found that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals as part of his actions. We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. Axios was first to report details of the DOJ and FBI's decision. The department has also released 10 hours of jailhouse security footage that shows no one entered Jeffrey Epstein's jail cell on the day he died by self-unaliving. Right-wing media figures have for years suggested that the government is hiding secrets related to Epstein, who died by self-unaliving in 2019, while awaiting trial on federal sex trafficking charges. Some of those individuals breathlessly pushed the theory that Epstein kept a, quote, client list as blackmail against powerful figures who helped commit similar crimes. That's our story here. Now, let's unpack this. Do you guys think that there's a client list or no?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I think that if there was a client list, the reason it's not being released is pretty obvious, because there's a lot of really powerful people on it. I don't think so. I don't think so. And the reason I say that is because let's assume there's a client list, right? Like flight logs, maybe public stuff like that, or at least stuff that's, they have records for. But let's assume there's a client list. There's a, if he had a client list, he had a vault. He was keeping a lot of shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the FBI would have had to pull something from that. All of that wouldn't be, public record. It's not protected, really,
Yeah.
So could someone file a Freedom of Information request on it? Maybe. That would be a good legal question, because the standard really is, would a jury find it reasonable that this was national security related? And the answer to that is kinda. I mean, if Bill Clinton was on it, or, apparently no one's on it because Trump said there was no one on it, or Trump was on it, whatever, then it might be a national security risk, because you have the president that, you now know that they have leverage over them, and who has control of that leverage, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think the flight logs would have been released with people's name on it if that was the case.
Right.
We wouldn't see that either. So I don't think it does. I think there's probably more to the story, and there's a lot more information we don't know. But I don't think there's a client list.
So if that is the case, and there is more to it that we don't know, would you suggest that Pam Bondi recuse herself from this investigation?
Yeah, clearly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I think there's something
Yeah,
suspicious of the fact that every name associated with it was redacted.
Yeah. I mean, it exists, but it doesn't exist. So was it a lie or is it not a lie? I'm so wildly confused. If you are debating,
Well, she
stay in the
claimed that it
request
was
for a minute.
true. That there was a list
I
waiting on her
know.
desk
They
months ago.
no, they said they released it. They
Right.
released it, and it was all redacted. So the list, he's going to redact a list that doesn't exist. This is the most comedic. I mean, it really is idiocracy. Really is idiocracy. I'm gonna take down the dam that does not exist. So there's that. Yeah.
Josh?
I don't know. Josh, thoughts?
I don't know how there couldn't be a list. I don't know how there couldn't be some form of blackmail. You don't get to be as successful and powerful as Epstein was without the aid and help of other powerful people. Like, he owned a freaking island. Like yeah, okay, he did real estate investments, but the people that visited that island, to not keep blackmail on them would be stupid on his part. I'm just trying to think like a villain here, right? We know what's the FBI guy? We know he did all that shit his
Patel?
entire career. No, no. J. Edgar Hoover. We know Hoover did the exact same thing. So for him to be that involved in something that horrible and not have his back covered, I think would be silly on Epstein's part. On top of that, how did they get Maxwell? If there's no list, how did they get Maxwell?
I guess on a co-conspirator
Was that
charge
part of
here.
it? Yeah, I don't know that would have been part of the case. Is the problem?
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's definitely evidence. We don't have the Diddy stuff either. So
No, like
There's
we know,
definitely evidence
we know
out there.
Prince Andrew was part of that,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
Maxwell testified to that. So I don't know, man. I think there has to be a list. I think it'd be, I think it's implausible that there isn't. Honestly,
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
he
I'm
would use that-
suspicious.
he would, yeah, very.
I can buy
suspicious.
that he unalived himself if that's what the footage reflects, but
I
don't
think he
buy that
unalived
he didn't have a
himself.
list. Yeah.
I definitely think he unalived himself.
Mm-hmm.
But the list, yeah, I'm not buying that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Otherwise, he's just a standout guy apparently who respected everybody's privacy.
Holy smokes,
he
Amanda!
never-
Thank you
was
so
he
much for the
convicted?
Cash App.
Was he
That's
convicted?
true.
Biden's not on it though. Neither is Hunter Biden. It
Yeah,
is
so
funny.
that can be ruled
It is
out.
funny. It is funny the shame that follows, like normal people, and with Mega, it just does not exist. It just doesn't exist. So, yeah. Nutcracker, appreciate it. Thank you for the 5. True love is finishing each other's sentences. Ghislaine Maxwell must have really loved Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, to spend 22 years doing time for him.
That's so nice of her.
Yeah, I think. Anybody have anything else about that?
No, I'm ready for the next
I think
story.
we covered it.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Well, here we have Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Monday presented President Trump with a letter nominating him for the Nobel Peace Prize after Trump pushed for a ceasefire between Israel and Iran. Netanyahu visited the White House on Monday, marking the first face-to-face meeting with Trump since the president ordered U.S. strikes against Iranian nuclear facilities, a decision made in coordination with Israel's bombing of key Iranian nuclear sites. The prime minister pulled out a letter during a dinner with Trump and presented it to the president. The president has already realized a great opportunity. He forged the Abraham Accords. He's forging peace as we speak in one country and one region after another, Netanyahu said. So I want to present you, Mr. President, the letter I sent to the Nobel Prize Committee. It's nominating you for the Peace Prize, which is well-deserved. This I didn't know, Trump said as he took the letter. Wow, thank you very much. Coming from you in particular, this is very meaningful. Yes, it's like getting a gold star from Hitler. Hitler's bonus points, right? You really don't want a prize nominated by a genocidal maniac. I don't know how that's a high honor.
Here's a pink triangle award.
Thanks. Gee, thanks, Hitler. Yeah. I
Appreciate
fail to
it.
see how anybody at the committee is taking this seriously. Where are they? Denmark, Norway? I can't remember where they're based. But this is following a bombing campaign. This is used to reward him for bombs dropped in an Iranian nuclear site as a peacekeeping strategy. There is no ceasefire currently.
Yeah.
Nothing has been drawn down within that regard. If anything, it's being amped up. I think Sweden, but I don't see in any way, shape, or form that they would actually vote in this measure. I'd be surprised if they did, but this hardly seems justifiable for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like all for show. Like, this is the most like, would it be projection? I don't know. It's it's just incredibly
ironic.
Like if you robbed a bank and then tipped the officers for arresting you, you know? Like, here you go. Oh, yeah.
What a standout guy.
I mean, it's
He's
like,
just
who's
like Jeffrey Epstein.
It really is just for show. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine what an absolute maniac you have to believe? Like what? Like literally, just how clueless you have to be as a human being to see that and go, Trump got a peace prize. You would have to be what? I mean, literally, just eating soup through a straw. Like you're just not a bright person,
Right.
you know. Like and yeah, is painfully stupid, painfully. But we do know that it didn't actually do anything. The bombing didn't. It postponed them for a few months. And if I had a suspicion of what's going to happen, is that there is going to be a period of normalcy for a little bit. And then when we get closer to back to status, which is Iran is now doing, they're going to authorize more. They're going to try and stop this, but Iran is inevitably, they've already been working on this for a long time. So I think the new facility that they have, or the existing one, it'll be mostly fine, and they'll continue their work. And then they're probably going to use it to justify war.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
all out
getting
war.
awfully complacent right now, thinking that this is a cushy ending for all that's transpired. It's not. I'd say, if anything, it's a catalyst right now.
Yeah. Thanks, Hitler.
Bonus points. Hitler's wacky
Yeah.
bucks. Josh,
Yeah,
you got
here you
anything?
go. Get yourself a snow cone.
No. I'm all right.
All right.
All right.
Next story here. At least 14 countries' imports are set to face steep blanket tariffs starting August 1st, President Trump revealed Monday. The president, in a series of social media posts, shared screenshots of form letters dictating new tariff rates to the leaders of Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, Kazakhstan, South Korea, Laos, and Myanmar. Later in the day, he shared another set of 7 letters to the leaders of Bosnia and Herzegovina, never heard of that country, Tunisia, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Serbia, Cambodia, and Thailand, or Thailand as he calls it. Goods imported to the U.S. from Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, Kazakhstan, and Tunisia are now set to face 25% tariffs, according to the letters Trump posted. South African and Bosnian goods will be subject to 30% U.S. tariffs, and imports from Indonesia will be hit with a 32% excise duty. Bangladesh and Serbia are both at 35%, while Cambodia and Thailand are set for 36% tariff rates, the president's letter said. Imports from Laos and Myanmar will face 40% duty, according to the letters Trump posted on Truth Social showed. The letters Trump signed add that the U.S. will perhaps consider adjusting the new tariff rates, TACO, depending on our relationship with your country. The letters are the first to be sent before Wednesday, the day his so-called reciprocal tariffs on dozens of countries were scheduled to snap back to the higher levels he had announced in early April. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt said even more letters will be sent out in the coming days. Later Monday afternoon, Trump signed an executive order delaying the Wednesday tariff deadline until August 1st. The order says Trump made that decision based on additional information and recommendation from various senior officials. So we're back to tariffs? Not on tariffs?
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny because like I constantly have people in my comment section or my live, they go, "What happened to the stock market crash?" Number one, I never made any illusions about when a stock market crash would happen. I said if Trump's policies went into place within the year. That never happened. So I don't know why, look, Trump reversed his own policies, and now you're praising him for it and demonizing people that are like, ah. So that's stupid. Yeah, these are going to have negative consequences. These tariffs are completely stupid. These guys think that, what is it, $88 billion from tariffs is a significant amount of money. It's not, but it's just another tax. It just gave away. How many more times would that be? Let's do the math real quick. One second. They gave away $4 trillion. I can't even put $4 trillion in the thing. Anyways, it would be a lot. It would be an insane amount of times more that they gave away in tax breaks than they actually got in tax from the actual taxes from the tariffs. And this isn't a good idea. Inevitably, it's going to cause hardship. Republicans are cheering on paying more money for stuff, which is crazy to me because they spent how many years with Biden complaining. And yeah, we'll see economic downturn. It'll probably be a long-winded one. Won't be particularly fast. And yeah.
Oh, we got another story here. This just came in a moment ago. U.S. will try to deport Abrego Garcia before his trial, the Justice Department attorney has said. How is this constitutional? Was that not what the argument was? Was that he was denied a trial to deport, and now they're doing it before his next trial? I'm a little bit confused here. But let's unpack this. Computer's slow right now. Give me a moment. Needed to scroll down. U.S. government would initiate deportation proceedings against Kilmar Abrego Garcia if he's released from jail before he stands trial on human smuggling charges in Tennessee, a Justice Department attorney told a federal judge in Maryland on Monday. The disclosure by U.S. Lawyer Jonathan Guyon contradicts statements by spokespeople for the Department of Justice and the White House, who said last month that Abrego Garcia would stand trial and possibly spend time in an American prison before the government moves to deport him. Guyon made the revelation during a federal court hearing in Maryland, where Abrego Garcia's American wife is suing the Trump administration over his mistaken deportation in March and trying to prevent him from being expelled again. Guyon said U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement would detain Abrego Garcia once he's released from jail and send him to a third country that isn't his native El Salvador. However, Guyon said he didn't know which country that would be. This is sickening and shows that they're not in any way, shape, or form interested in the due process rights for migrants in America.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of videos where like, he didn't use due process when he came here. Due process isn't for us to use. It's not due process.
Right.
So, yeah. But frequently, what they're trying to do is test bounds. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to push the envelope as far as they can possibly get it. And there's not a lot of restraint and not a lot of things that can stop it. If it ends up in a court that's favorable to them, they get a favorable decision. If it doesn't, nothing happens. They try again later. It's been a colossal failure, all things considered. And the unfortunate part, and you should look out for this because this is what they're going to attack next. We've already started seeing it. They're going to attack one of the judges, and they're going to attack that structure as much as possible. They're going to turn tide on the judges. We've already seen it happening, but they want to put pressure to get favorable ones, and we're going to slowly watch them start undermining the rule of law in various different ways. So it could get really crazy and chaotic. I would just keep an open mind because that's going to happen. That's the next move. That's the only next move for them. They have to do that, or they're going to fail.
It boils down
they're going to after people. Yeah.
Right. The administration fundamentally doesn't believe or accept the premise of a separation of powers. They think that the executive has control over the judiciary and should be able to force them into these kinds of political cases in movements that advance their agenda. Them using this kind of leverage and political pressure to undermine his
due process, his habeas corpus, is despicable and sets a terrible precedent, not just for migrants, but for U.S. citizens. He's already said he wants to deport U.S. citizens, and now that could lead to a precedent where they're denied due process as well, that they're deported to a random country just based on whatever he feels of the day.
Mm-hmm. And then they can be deported to countries they're not even from.
Right.
So they're giving them a lot of leeway.
What happens in those countries, though?
Yeah.
Like when they go to the third-party countries, are they automatically put in prison, or are they just, hey, now you're an El Salvadorian in Syria? What,
presumably prison.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. It's creating an awful standard here internationally. Yeah. I'm not really sure what happens. Jaden got the next one.
Two more stories here. Yep. President Trump said Monday that the U.S. will have to send more weapons to Ukraine, just days after ordering a pause in critical weapons deliveries in Kyiv, Taco. The comments by Trump appeared to be an abrupt change in posture after the Pentagon announced last week that it would hold back delivering to Ukraine some air defense missiles, precision-guided artillery, and other weapons because of what U.S. officials said were concerns that stockpiles have declined too much. We have to, Trump said. They have been able to defend themselves. They're getting hit very hard now. We're going to send some more weapons, defensive weapons primarily. The pause had come at a difficult moment for Ukraine, which has faced increasing and more complex air barrages from Russia during the more than 3-year-long war. Russian attacks on Ukraine killed more than 11 citizens and injured more than 80 others, including several children, officials said Monday. The move last week to abruptly pause shipments of Patriot missiles, precision-guided GMLRS, Hellfire missiles, and howitzer rounds and weaponry took Ukrainian officials and other allies by surprise. The Pentagon did not immediately respond to requests for comment Monday on whether the paused weapon shipments to Ukraine would resume.
So it seems as though not only is MAGA not getting the Epstein list, but also we're not getting a pause on weapons to Ukraine. Kind of a catch-22 when you think about it, you know.
Why don't we get an Epstein list? Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Jaden.
No, that's all. It's just, you got to take the good with the bad, I suppose. Good for Ukraine that they're getting weapons sent to them and continuing on their efforts to maintain their sovereignty. But, you know, in MAGA world, they voted against aid to Ukraine. They voted for the release of the Epstein list, and they're not getting either one. So I can accept that.
Yeah. Now we don't get to know about Hunter Biden, and also Hunter Biden gets to... I had a joke there. I didn't. I was going to make a joke about Hunter Biden being in Ukraine. I was like, I can't do it. I tried. Anyway, yeah, it is. I mean, this is the only logical conclusion here, is that Trump was going to have to fund Ukraine. We talked about it. That's the only logical conclusion. There is way too much pressure against the United States. Everybody likes to walk around like the United States is like the only country in the world. And the reality is there's a lot of pressure from European countries that want Ukraine to get funded. And it's the only move. It's the only move that you can make. The geopolitical situation is as such. Trump said he would end the war. The war has not ended. The war has not ended. He's actually prolonged it, which is crazy. If he had come in and take Biden's stance and said, nope, we're going to keep funding him, we're going to keep sending him over stuff, it made it a lot harder for Russia. If that was like the Stonewall, we are going to do this. Russia's only plan was hope Trump wins and hope he undermines the war effort, and he did. Where it goes from here, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know which way he's going to waver. He just sort of picks a position every day. He picks a new position, so yeah.
And last story here. The IRS said on Monday that churches and other houses of worship can endorse political candidates to their congregations, carving out an exemption in a decades-old ban on political activity by tax-exempt nonprofits. The agency made that statement in a court filing intended to settle a lawsuit filed by 2 Texas churches and an association with Christian broadcasters. Plaintiffs that sued the IRS had previously asked a federal court in Texas to create an even broader exemption to rule that all nonprofits, religious and secular, were free to endorse candidates to their members. That would have erased a bedrock idea of American nonprofit law, that tax-exempt groups cannot be used as tools for any campaign. Instead, the IRS agreed to a narrower carve-out, one that experts in nonprofit law said would sharply increase politicking in churches, even though it mainly seemed to formalize what already seemed to be the agency's unspoken policy. The agency said that if a house of worship endorsed a candidate to its congregants, the IRS would view that not as campaigning, but as a private matter, like a family discussion concerning candidates. Thus, communications from a house of worship to its congregation in connection with religious services through its usual channels of communication on matters of faith do not run afoul of the Johnson Amendment, as previously interpreted, the agency said in a motion filed jointly with the plaintiffs. The ban on campaigning by nonprofits is named after former President Lyndon B. Johnson, who introduced it as a senator in 1954. President Trump has repeatedly called for its repeal. In the filing, the IRS and the plaintiffs asked a federal judge to enter an order barring the Trump administration and any that came after it from enforcing the ban against the groups that it sued. The IRS did not respond to comment for comment on Monday evening. A lawyer for the plaintiffs declined to comment as well. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, it's
The thing here.
so. Does that
I don't
mean
really know
Greg
what to
Locke
say.
gets? Does Greg
Yeah,
Locke get his tax exemption back?
I don't know.
Yeah. The thing here really is like, the I mean these I'm gonna be real. Churches in the United States, they're kind of shady and shifty. Sure, some of them are churches. They do good stuff for the community, but there's the mega churches out there that abuse the system. Like during COVID, mega churches got $7 billion. What the fuck means why are we giving them tax dollars?
It's not like they're housing anybody.
I know, and it's I don't know. It's a ridiculous proposition here. Churches endorse. I mean, this is like the worst timeline. Churches endorsing Trump, crypto, like betting on the election. It's awful. Like I understand. Now here's the thing. I do understand. Like churches it's icky. You're already a nonprofit. Like it's icky. You don't stand for. There's no politics. Like what you're gonna have. I don't understand. You're gonna have politics in God. It doesn't make any sense. You can be religious and be on either side. If you're like a trade union, you're supposed to represent your workers. If you're a church, though, you're just representing God. God doesn't have a voice in politics. He's not supposed to. That's the whole, part of the system.
God can't vote.
You get the tax exempt status, walk away from it. You get the tax exempt status, just live with it. I don't know why you need to be running around being like Trump. So that is supposed to be God. Pretty soon we're gonna see Jesus kneeling to Trump in front of churches on every post. It's gonna be weird. Oh yeah.
We already do. Or Trump with 3 legs kneeling because AI can't quite figure out his girth.
AI is not there yet.
This really does open up another conversation here about the idea that Republicans are the party of Christ and that they embody Christian values. What I don't understand is that they frequently say that we need to be a more Christian nation and that the laws ought to reflect that. Mind you, Jesus healed the sick and taught for free, and they're against that. They're against laws that would support free health care and teaching children for free. I'm kind of curious as to why that is, and whether or not Jesus would approve of said laws. If that is the most Jesus idea is the Republican platform, what would he say if he was here today?
I'm going to be real with you, Jaden. If Jesus was here today and saw what's happening in America and with the churches, he would ask to be crucified again.
Where's my
It's
thorns?
that bad. Oh, fuck, send me back.
Jesus
Send
was
me
the
back.
original socialist, and I
He
stand
was,
by that.
yeah.
He was the OG socialist for sure.
Yeah. And not a chance
Yeah.
he would be able to get across the border.
He would crawl back into that fucking tomb,
Yeah.
and stay there.
He was from
Yeah.
what? Palestine? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Palestinian.
Jerusalem. It was Jerusalem.
Jerusalem?
What?
I can't remember.
Yeah, what was I
But
saying?
you know, if he were to
Well,
come across
he's
on
like
a
he like
donkey,
He was from Bethlehem,
But-
Jesus of Nazareth, guys.
Bethlehem.
Jiminy Christmas.
Sorry.
I'm not
I
even
forgot.
religious. Read your
I was
fucking
thinking of
Bibles.
the
thought
joke.
they
Hold on, I was
renamed
thinking of
them.
the joke. No, I was trying to answer that and think of the joke. Hold on. Oh yeah, yeah. Can you imagine Jesus walks out into America and is just like, I died for this? he would lose it. Lose it. Absolutely go crazy. Do we have anything left?
that's the news.
All right, we'll call it. Scarlett, appreciate
Now that
it
it's
for the
wrapped
sub
up,
over
I
on
need-
Twitch. Is there an
Sorry.
audio lag?
I think so. My bad.
1 second.
Oh, yeah, that is Palestinian.
Okay.
It's Palestine.
Scarlett,
Bank, yeah.
Scarlett, appreciate it. Thank you for the resub with the Prime for 22 months. We have no subs out of 30 on the night. We have a 30 sub goal. If you guys want to support the channel, sub. You guys can send gifted subs. We have not hit it. Andreu, appreciate it. Ted Cruz faces backlash for vacationing in Greece during deadly floods. I'm now calling him Centaurian Senator instead of Cancun Cruz. He really do be liking to take vacations during
Somebody
crisis.
talked shit to him while he was in line. They were doing a tour, and somebody else on a different tour saw him there and called him out. He says, "You're here while Texas is flooding," and he just grumbled something. He was there. The guy said he was there. It was Ted Cruz, his wife, and a security guard doing the tour. Somebody called them out in Greece. Anyway, Amanda, I need to thank you so much. My wife said thank you too. I just showed her $50. She said to help with the vet bill. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It made my wife tear up a little bit. She said to tell you thanks. So appreciate you.
Why is the chat not coming in here? I'm sorry, guys, over on YouTube Shorts. The chat was not loading. I don't know what that was about. Sorry. Poor dog. Brown Eyes, appreciate it. Thank you for the 5 subs. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for Brown Eyes? Thank you for the 5 subs. That counts as 2 for purpose of the sub goal because it's over on TikTok. TikTok is 2 subs. Appreciate it. Thank you. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat?
Thanks.
Nice. Let me get this. While you guys are chirping, or yapping, I'm gonna move this over and get this uploaded for you.
All right, well, let's see. The topic of the day. I guess church is still on my mind. I haven't been to a church in some time. I can't remember the last time. Maybe last January or so. Due to the constant fear that I'll burst into flames when I go, but not really a church person.
No, a church for me was miserable. It was the worst experience.
was.
God, it was torture. It was torture.
Especially in the summer.
Yeah.
And it's hot. You gotta wear all those layers.
God, I remember sitting around when I was a kid and just like, is this gonna end? Why am I here? It's funny I'm sitting in church. It's funny I'm sitting in church and I'm just like, just unalive me. I don't want to be here.
The closest thing I've been to in a church in the last at least 20 years is my in-laws pray before dinner. And even that makes me uncomfortable.
Oh my God,
I keep my eyes
dude!
open.
I gotta tell you this. Oh, that reminds me. Every time someone talks about praying at dinner, I don't like grace. Number one.
Yeah.
And that's not what I'm talking about. I don't like it. It's weird. It's forced. Just say, hey, everybody, thank you for being here. Enjoy. I don't need.
It's worse when they
What are we
nominate you to
grateful
say it.
for? What are you putting me on the spot for? You couldn't send me a fucking text. You know, like, what do you mean? You put me on the spot for this? But I remember this one time. Was crazy. This was crazy. This girl, I walked into this. It's Taco Del Mar, which we have in Seattle. It's like a bar that you go and you get, whatever. I don't know if you guys have it or whatever. And I walk in there and I'm ordering. I'm like all grunged out after my day in construction. And I walk in and I go over and I get food and I sit down and I look across the thing and I look up and there's this girl going. It was crazy. She goes, as her dad, like in a Taco Del Mar, is praying, and she's like, it was like, that's wild indoctrination. That's wild indoctrination.
Yeah.
She was like so giddy about praying and about being there, and it was just like, oh, I hate that. I don't like it. Don't like it at all.
My family gets crazy awkward when it comes to the grace. Okay, who's gonna do it? I did it last time.
I know.
I hate when they nominate you, especially when it's me, because they know that I don't give a shit about church and that I'm leaning more atheist these days. Come on, Jaden. No, fuck you. Go to hell. Hail Satan. That's my... No, but...
Hail Satan.
It's awkward as fuck to me. I hate it. Whenever I was in church, and of course I'd be exhausted because you'd have to get up at 6, 7 in the morning or so and get ready. When they tell us to bow our heads, I'd take a little nap. And then they'd have to nudge me awake, and I'd say, I'm sorry, I was just deep in conversation with God. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like it. And why pray? Nothing ever comes true.
I know. You know what I mean? Might as well wish.
Waste of time. Let me eat my fucking food. And everybody starts eating anyways. Especially the older people. They start nibbling off their food, and then they get on my ass when I do it too.
And the kids do.
Wait!
Yeah.
We're fucking hungry. We waited an hour and a half to eat this shit.
I know, it's getting cold. It's already cold. And that's the thing, too. You can't prep it. And by the way, can we just say this? Can we make one dish or two dishes for Thanksgiving? Like, I don't like Thanksgiving that much, but, like, they be putting a bunch of shit together, and then some of it's cold by the time it hits the table. You can't plan it out, right? Because there's too much shit. Like, just chill it out, put a turkey in them. But I don't even like turkey like that. I'm gonna be so for real.
I made turkey last night. I made turkey yesterday. I love turkey. I made
I'm
a whole ass turkey.
I'm not a fan. But at least like the turkey, like I eat like turkey sandwiches or whatever. I'm not a huge fan. Like turkey.
That's what I'm gonna have for the next week. Turkey sandwiches every day.
It's good. It's all right. But like they take, I don't know. I don't like turkey like that much. I don't like Thanksgiving. My family's a nightmare. It's stressful as all hell. I don't like that dynamic. I more so like the chill dynamic where it's like, we're just going to come over and, whatever. Like this last year, I think my mom made something super simple. And I was the biggest advocate of just going. She's like, I just want it to be simple. Or not Thanksgiving, but for Christmas. She's like, I just want it to be simple. I just want to do this. I just told her, like, go to Costco and get like 2 or 3 of their street tacos. They're fantastic. And we don't have to cook. We don't have to do nothing. Wouldn't do it. Fought me on it.
Arizona's going to blow your fucking mind, dude.
Well, when it turns blue, we'll talk.
That's funny you mentioned that. So I went up to Safeway, and I was getting stuff. I was just picking up. They're supposed to deliver them out to me, but they hadn't even started shopping. So anyway, I went in there and I got a coffee. I got a Starbucks, and I'm sitting there. I'm drinking my caramel macchiato, and there's these 3 old ladies sitting there, and this is July 4th. They had like full American T-shirts on, American flag T-shirts on, and everything, and they're sitting there talking shit about Trump. They're like, I can't believe he's starting to deport naturalized citizens, and I'm sitting there just eavesdropping. I wanted to jump in so bad, but I don't know. It was going well for them. They were figuring things out. I think 2 of them voted for Trump, and one of them was really giving them shit. She was just like laying down the info like she'd been watching TikToks.
Like she'd been watching me.
Like she'd been watching lives,
TikToks.
Right? And this isn't
It's a joke.
Pretty. It's pretty red down here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Why is my Insta getting blown up? Anyway. All right. What do we got to do? Is there anyone debating?
Any debates?
Dude, my neck is messed up. Any debates? I'm in the chill mood.
Jesus has the opportunity to do the funniest thing right now, and that's come to Earth. Just do it. You haven't been here in 2,000-something years.
I know.
Do it now.
You
Now.
see those like Jesus is coming back things on his car. It's like,
Yes.
What? What's the wait? What's the hurry?
Hurry up. Like, do it now.
Do it now.
Okay, well, everything is happening right now, and see whether or not Jesus would endorse all this shit.
If Jesus was in a debate with Trump,
I was just thinking about that.
people would believe Trump. And that's
Right.
scary.
If he had like a joint meeting like with Zelensky in the White House, they'd boo him. But why did you even bother to wear a suit? To even say thank you, Jesus?
We let you come into the
flip-flops.
We let you come into the country.
Show some decorum.
What do you mean free health care?
Holy smokes, guys! Dennis, Sharon, and Michelle, thank you so much for the pet aid. You guys are fucking awesome.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Jesus is, or Mega is Pontius Pilate in this situation.
All right.
Yeah, they're the crucifiers, for sure.
Judases.
Yep. We literally had a guy like, yeah, Jesus is my Lord and Savior. I'd deport him.
Right. And like the hour after Jesus leaves the White House, Fox is going to be airing the story. Jesus comes back to Earth? Not quite what you think. Well, let's unpack this.
The Biden era policies caused him to be Biden era policies caused him to be deported. Oh my
Seems
God.
like Jesus might be a little more socialist than we remember.
I mean, I have a low standard for letting people across the border. You know what I mean? And they're just like, no, no one can come in. It's not my mom. Nobody.
Listen, Jesus, great guy. I've read all of your book, but listen, I think we have a difference of opinion. God chose me to be president. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? It'd be funny if Jesus cursed at him. Are you saying numbnuts?
Oh my God. Jesus.
I've seen a lot of those AIs though. The Jesus AIs.
Yeah.
Those are funny.
Talking shit about MAGA.
Yeah, I don't like AI, but for that sake.
I saw a Bigfoot AI today, and it was trying to sell me glow-in-the-dark rocks. And it was part of the TikTok shop. It's all, check out these rocks. You can make a path. Look at the path to my den. And I'm like, those are kind of cool rocks. I want to.
I think it's only a matter of time before these sort of ads with the AI characters become actual live streams.
Yeah.
We already have people pretending to be AI. I think it's just the next step.
Yeah.
Make Tommy's job a lot easier. Just an AI Tommy up here.
I know.
It just takes all your debates over the last 5 years, and it just fucking feeds it all in, and
I know I could go.
Takes it all out.
I know that would be awesome.
That's a great idea.
Anything? Hey, we need this. For me, don't do it for yourself. 1 second. I got a debate. Do we? Did Kevin mean to join? I cleared it up so we could record. I really need debates.
He said it was. Holy shit, Jude! $100.
Nice.
You guys are fucking awesome.
Nice.
I didn't mean. I was just telling a story of my weekend. I didn't mean for all that, but I appreciate the fuck out of you guys.
Can we get some dubs? Nice. Can we get some dubs for that?
Okay, what's up,
Kevin? What's going on? What's your take?
I like this new bill. What don't y'all like about it?
Can you turn the background noise off, please?
What noise?
The background, the TV or something playing.
Oh shit! I got some music going. Hey, we'll turn it off. What don't y'all like about the big beautiful bill?
I don't like that it raises student loan repayments.
Okay, is that it?
You want more?
Yes, I think I want more.
I don't like the out-of-pocket cost for Medicaid enrollees.
Out-of-pocket costs for Medicaid enrollees.
Yeah, I don't like ripping food assistance away from children who are aging out of foster care, or veterans, or the homeless that depend on SNAP.
Okay, so first of all, so you're not for the work requirement.
It's not all it does.
No, but are you for the work requirement?
Generally, no.
Why are you not for a work requirement for government?
Because it cuts off people who cannot work.
Who's it going to cut off?
People who cannot work, like I said.
Cannot work? What do you mean? Those people are exempt.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. If you have to be able-bodied.
People probably cannot. Wait, who is this? What is this? Oh, okay. I see your messages, Tommy. Yeah,
No,
people
you're
cannot.
good. No, you're good. Just ignore
Mhm.
what I said. I was just kind of like, and then I was like, and I was like,
We're talking about children who would still fall under the OBBBA plan, which reverses SNAP paperwork. So this would include not just people who are able-bodied, but children who are aging out of foster care. This would include veterans. This would include
children aging
the
out of foster
homeless.
care, how
And you
old are they?
cannot. 17.
They're 17 years
17,
old.
18, yeah.
Okay, and they just let out on the street.
Uh-huh.
Well, what's wrong with them getting a job?
The difficulty of doing that at that age.
Well, what's wrong with them volunteering?
I never said anything was wrong with them getting a job. I mean, you put that position in
No,
my
but you're
mouth
worried
there,
about
but-
these people aging out of
Yeah,
foster
I'm worried about children who have no parents
So why don't
being
they
exempt
volunteer?
from SNAP programs.
So why don't they just get volunteer? What are they going to do with the rest of their time?
I don't know.
So you're going to say, go do whatever you want, play video games or just play hockey.
I never
sticks
said
on-
anything
play
about that,
hockey
but people
sticks
who
on the
don't
streets.
have permanent addresses or haven't graduated would fall under this.
And
Many
what's
of them
wrong?
cannot find a stable line of income because of the limited work experience
Okay,
they have
well, that's
beyond
fine.
military
That's
service.
fine.
That's not fine. We're
They're
talking about
exempt.
food insecurity. We're talking
They're
about the
exempt.
fact that, just a second, man, we're talking about the fact that Donald Trump's own alma mater pegged at least 54,000 additional excess deaths per year. Total of about 14 million people dying unnecessarily because of the cuts in total of USAID and others, nationally, globally, excuse me. So I'd say that this is the trade-off that we get from this bill. You may have a temporary tax cut, sure, but more people die as a result.
Oh, yeah. Hey, by the way, so we're talking about this kid.
Also,
aging
why
out of
would
foster care.
volunteering, how the fuck would volunteering be qualified for this? We're talking about work
Have
requirements.
you read the bill?
You clearly haven't. What does it
No,
have
I
anything
have.
to say
You can
about
volunteer
volunteering?
20 hours a week. I mean, a
Where
month.
does it say about
Well,
volunteering?
20 hours, 80 hours a month, 20 hours a week.
Can you read to me where it says anything about
Well, I
volunteering?
thought you read the bill. That's a pretty big part. of
I'm
it.
asking you
I
where
know
it
more
is.
about the bill than you. It's simply
Then
go to
show
the
me
work
where.
requirement. I don't have.
I have the bill
your boy-
open here.
Your boy,
Can
okay,
you point it to
find
me?
it. Yeah. Okay. You want me to find the exact paragraph? It'll take me 10
Yeah,
seconds.
if you can. Okay, do it.
Okay.
I'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up.
Just give me. It's gonna take a little bit longer. Dude,
10,
dude,
9, 8.
He's got a computer.
It's your claim. We don't need to do your homework for you.
While we're waiting, if you guys want to subscribe to the channel over on YouTube, there's got a member. I guess there's members on YouTube, or double tap the screen, comment, interact, help get some people in here. You can sub over on Patreon in the link tree in the bio. I would appreciate that. There's a Venmo Cash App, and you guys can help out with any of the gift goals.
Okay, I
anywhere
got
over
it.
on any of the platforms.
No, you
Section 44141.
Wait, what is
I'm
it
sorry.
again?
Section 44141. Since you didn't read the bill and I come on here. it's
Okay, you just provided a number. Can you actually give us the text?
It's a section.
Can you give us the
How
text?
far down is it?
I
What
can't
is
read
it?
it on teacups.
4. What is it again?
44141.
Well, that ain't the bill. No, that's not in there. Where? Am I on the right page? Oh, this is the title. It's 4.
When it talks about work requirements, they have to spend 80 hours a month either working or just volunteering. It's not that hard to ask an able-bodied 18-year-old to work 20 hours a
Right,
week, or if you can't find a job, volunteer.
The problem, I think, is that they're going to try to use that to remove people from it that otherwise wouldn't. And who determines able-body? Like, what would be the definition of that?
I think it's quite simple. Your doctor.
But your doctor has determined that you're not able-bodied. That's usually why you're on disability. You have some other ailment.
Well, yes. So I trust a doctor with that, especially because I've seen a lot of people on disability that could probably work, haven't you? I don't think the standards are
That's
too.
a suggestion, and you don't
I
know
don't
the
think the
ins and outs
standards
of
are
their
too
lives.
high for somebody just to go get a job or volunteer at the soup kitchen. They can just get a little spoon and put it in a bowl. I mean, we're not asking much.
Okay.
80 hours volunteer, 80 hours work. Why are you against that for an able-bodied 18-year-old?
I never said that I was.
No
I'm
one
talking
said
about
they're
people
against
who
it.
cannot
the
and
work
wouldn't
requirements.
qualify under that.
You said you were against the work requirement, and volunteering does. I gave you the section.
Were you talking about volunteer work? Well, you didn't really, but I'm talking about people who otherwise cannot and are at risk of being under the short end of this situation here.
How?
Which is, I'm telling you how, which includes about 800,000 children, 500,000 seniors or disabled people who live in households that cannot meet said requirements, are not able to meet these requirements.
So you're telling me you've got able-bodied people that don't want to
Again,
work?
not
but
able-bodied,
volunteer.
seniors and disabled people.
No, well, senior, if you're over 65, that's
Listen, let's
cutoff is
start here.
65.
Let's start
You're
here.
exempt. Old people
Let's
are
start
exempt.
here. Let's start here. Who do you think is collecting disability and working and is able-bodied? Like what category of people? Like what would the ailment they
There's
have
a
in
lot
which
of
they're
people that would
hold on. I'm not people. I'm asking categories. Like what ailment would they have in which they could be a full-time worker? Or, I mean, 80 hours is part-time worker.
Is that a
That's a lot of
serious
hours.
question? Is that a serious question?
Yes, that's a serious question.
How
What
about
ailment
your
would a
hand
person
hurt?
have?
How about your carpal tunnel? How about your finger? You broke your finger. How about your hand don't look right? There's a lot
Carpal
of different
tunnel? Wait,
Let's
where is
say-
this at?
let's
Hold on,
say-
stop.
let's
No.
say you don't have a
Wait.
left arm.
Where is that in the requirement? I'm so confused. Workers'
you're gonna
comp?
take it literally? Let's be literal.
I want you to be literal. Yes, I want
Okay,
you
let me
to.
be literal. Let's be literal since you don't understand. Let's say you don't have a left.
You
Why
can
you just
stop.
Why are you
Stop.
muting me?
Because you're being a child.
What do you mean? You're not going to let me beat you in a debate?
You're not beating anyone. I'm asking
Well,
you
why
a
you
very
muting me?
specific question. I want you to listen,
about to
okay?
answer.
For us to establish that there is able-bodied people collecting disability, we should
Yes.
go ahead and start with a category, something in which we can
Okay.
say these are able-bodied people that can do volunteer work or whatever.
Okay, here we go. Let's get it. Let's start off with extreme examples since you can't understand.
I'm not. It's not a got you. We're trying to have a discussion here. I'm trying to ask you
People
to
without a left
clarify
arm.
what
People without a left
group.
arm.
What?
Yeah. Well, you don't think a person without a left arm can volunteer? Go to the soup kitchen and hand out soup. Is it that hard? Is it that much to ask for to get 18-year-olds out their couch? You can't even.
Is
put
that
in a
even?
law
I don't even think that's a qualifying disability.
if you don't have a left arm. You
What?
don't
It's a
think that's
disability. It's
qualifying
not a
disability?
qualifying disability not to be able to work.
If you don't have a left arm,
Yeah, Kevin, I don't think you understand how disability works. Do you know how difficult it is to actually receive disability?
okay. What about you lost your left leg?
Cool. Kevin, do you understand how difficult it is to actually
let's see-
receive disability?
Let's
Can
see if the
you?
person without a left leg can hand
Hey
out
man,
a
I'm
bowl
not
of
going to
soup.
go on these
Stop interrupting.
hypotheticals with
Kevin,
you.
I need you to stop.
I'm asking
you need
you
to
a
listen.
legit question.
You need to listen.
I need to listen.
You need to listen.
You can learn something.
You need to listen.
So I'll ask again. It's Well, I'll just tell you, it's extremely difficult to receive disability. You have to go through an extensive process. It takes about 18 months to 2 years. During that time, you can't work during that time because if you do or if you are able to work, that just shows you're not qualified for disability, right? So for that 18 months to 2 years, you can't even receive work, maybe workman's comp. That's possible if you got hurt at work or something. But yeah, to receive permanent disability is an extremely hard process, takes almost 2 years typically. And then on top of that, you have to go back every year and prove you're still disabled.
Okay, what
Every
you
year.
just said, one thing you just said makes no sense. I don't know if you understand it. What you said was that if the people, so it's impossible to fake disability if you went up there to apply and during the time you're waiting, you didn't get a job. So you're telling me everybody who would fake disability would go up there, apply, and then work their job until they figure it out. That's anybody who would fake disability.
What? You cut off. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you not understand. If
No,
somebody
dude, the
fake,
audio cut off. You need to chill
I'm back.
out.
I'm back. I need to
Chill
chill
out. Calm
Okay.
down.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Just calm down.
Oh yeah, okay. Let me begin. Okay, so look, if you got somebody wanting to game the system and they apply for disability, why would you assume they're not going to work while the process is waiting?
Some people-
can't. Because if you're claiming to be disabled and then you immediately go out and get a job, negates the claim of disability, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. You can still do that. There's a lot of people working, waiting for their
like
disability.
bro, I don't
No,
think you understand. When you're claiming disability, you're disabled. If you're claiming different forms of disability, if you're claiming different forms of disability, that's a different thing, right? But if you're going for permanent disability, like you're claiming, then you have to prove it. Holy fuck, Kevin! Can I say something without you starting words in the middle of it? You have to go and prove you're disabled through multiple doctors, and then once you get through multiple doctors, you've got to go through a governmental doctor.
Okay, you done?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so just because of the example you're saying, we should just let people live off the government and do nothing.
What?
That's what, if you don't have this bill, you make legal just leeching off the government, not do anything.
If you don't have a disability, you don't get disability.
No, I'm talking about government assistance like Medicaid and food stamps. You're okay with just giving that away?
I would say that it would. I'm fine with that. You're not. 100%. Do you have any? Listen, I just want to point this out: that at no point in this conversation have you brought up that there was $4 trillion given away to billionaires, and you're over here complaining about people working so that they can feed themselves. Isn't it kind of wild what your priorities are?
They're not working.
What?
I'm trying to benefit Medicaid. If we can get a lot of people off of it that don't need it, we can make it better.
Most people, even if they were to go and go to work, they still can't afford healthcare insurance.
They get it for free.
From where?
Medicaid. Have you ever heard
Medicaid?
of it?
No, Medicaid gives out. No, that's not how it works. Like, you can qualify for Medicaid, but no, Medicaid usually is a supplement.
No, it's not.
Yeah, we have the Medicaid expansion. Like, it supplements healthcare insurance around the country. That's why healthcare prices are down lower in some areas and high as hell in the states that didn't approve them.
Okay, so what's the qualifications for Medicaid?
It's usually like, I don't know. What is Josh might know it better than me. I don't know.
If you're under the poverty level, you get it.
Well, yeah, there's that one. I don't know if anything else qualifies for it.
Ain't that the big one? So if you're under the poverty level, see, that's the big one. Then, boom.
Medicaid is for temporary assistance, correct?
Okay.
Oh, 65 or older,
yeah.
blind, disabled, under 21.
I thought it's usually like, you go to the.
That's Medicare is typically disability and older people.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me this. So when do they kick you off Medicaid if it's temporary?
I don't know. What can you just? Okay, I don't know, man. That's such a vague question. I have no idea.
Cases. Yeah.
I have no idea. Be specific.
It's not temporary. I'll just tell you. When is it not? When is it temporary? When do you get kicked off Medicaid? You don't know? That's crazy.
People age out of it.
I don't know that you
can
asked.
Get disqualified because they make too much money. They got a better job.
Dude,
Kevin, holy crap.
Exactly. It's not temporary, is it? The only way it's not temporary is if you escape the poverty level.
Kevin.
We're talking about people that aren't working. They're never going to escape the poverty
Why does
level.
this matter? I love how you have not addressed even what I said about the $4 trillion. Why have you not addressed what I said about $4 trillion?
What's wrong with giving tax cuts to billionaires?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. Somebody don't even know what Medicaid is.
Oh, my God. What's wrong? Yeah, what's wrong? Then what's wrong with giving food to people? To starving people? What's wrong with doing that? There's lots of billionaires that don't work.
Yeah,
Did we check
really,
them?
What is the trade-off
So
here?
they sit on their money?
But morally speaking, what's the trade-off here? What do we lose as a society by giving poor people food versus giving rich people money?
It's not. We're not giving rich people money. That's
well, they are getting more money.
No, they are.
Yes.
They're taking our money.
Told,
yeah. No, they're taking our money. No. They're taking our money.
You're doing with it.
Hey. They're taking our money. You're gaslighting yourself out of thinking that because
okay,
the programs. Interrupt me one more fucking time.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Thank you. It's just a gaslight, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're telling us, well, they're not taking our money. They're taking money out of our system that has to be either put back or put on a credit card for our kids. That's it.
Okay, you ready? What are they doing with that money? What are they doing?
Lobbying.
All right, I'm done.
Lobbying.
You don't know? You can't answer?
Lobby.
All right. Well, that was enough for that. That was painful. That was really painful.
Leanne, I gotta thank you for the Cash App. It was for in memory of her beloved pup Tavi. I'm sorry, he was 17. Thank you for that.
Al,
God
Al,
bless
can we
you
get
guys are gonna
some?
make me sad.
Oh no, I'm gonna wait from that. Sorry, Al. I'm gonna wait. Just take a moment. Anyway, sorry.
I didn't mean to kill the vibe.
That's okay. Welcome to my dude's Monday emo night live. Al, appreciate it. Thank you for the 20 gifted subs over on YouTube, helping us fill out the sub goal there. If you guys want to support the channel, please sub. Would appreciate it. That would be awesome. Would help support it. And there's Venmo Cash App in the bio. You guys can join Patreon. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. I do need to work on TTS. I'm going to write that down. I'm supposed to do that this weekend. But it was a weekend. We got Jonathan. Oh, it's text to speech.
Have you guys sent the daily heart muse today? I don't know if they're still doing that. Is that still a thing?
Jonathan, what's going on?
Nope.
Powering up Microsoft? All right. Does anybody want to join and ask any questions at this time? Wait, was that the debate? It should be 16 minutes. That was not it. I gotta move this around. What was that last debate about?
Snap.
God, it's barely usable. And okay, whatever. We'll do it. We'll run it. We will run it. Can you call in? I don't have a way for YouTube to call in yet. There's like a bunch of different stuff that I'm getting set up, and it's been a process. So it'll be 1v1 debates when I inevitably allow people to call in. Anyway, yeah, if you guys want to double tap the screen, comment, interact, help get some people in here. My neck is really hurting. Paige, are you in here? Discord? My messages? Paige, you want to join?
In here.
I don't know what Paige, I don't know what you meant by that. You want me to check Discord?
No, what I was saying is like you can set it up. Remember how we used to have the Thunderdome that Corey set up where people can come in? It's like one public room and people could come in and debate you through Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, okay.
The only thing is I don't know like how you would do it like on the technical part. Like remember you used to do that, right? For tier 3? And we'd all get into that Discord channel in the tier 3 and then you would like you could hear us.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was thinking about that. I can't have a panel going at all. Well, I mean, I guess you could use Discord for the panel. Yeah, I'm tripping.
Actually, that might be a good thing, Tommy. I'll tell you why. Because if there's any over talking, you're not going to be able to hear the Discord person. So it might be that it's better just when you want those one-on-one debates.
You mean not hear the Discord person?
Yeah, it's very easy for y'all to drown out the Discord person. The audio is just not always like the best, you know, for Discord. Okay. It's not terrible, but
it's kind of terrible.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it is kind of terrible. I don't know if you could do it through Instagram because that's also you can take calls there, but
I was just thinking about a number. It's not that hard to set up a number, and Paige, your audio is really bad. It's not that hard to set up a number, obviously. The problem is how the call would interact. Obviously, I want to get this moved over onto TikTok Studio. I don't know how that's going to work yet. I haven't looked into it. I talked to Pickles about it for an hour or so, and he gave me some walkthroughs and stuff. He wants to help me troubleshoot. I'm supposed to join a agency here soon, or his agency, but I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I haven't had time, so we'll figure it out. Anyway, can you handle this for a second? My back is really hurting. I'm gonna grab something to drink while I'm out.
Do we have
You guys
someone?
got it? No. But if you guys want to debate, go ahead and hop in the box. I'll be right back.
I invited somebody up. He says, I don't know how you can support the Democrats.
Yeah, come on in. Let's see, who do we invite?
there was a guy never woke in the comments.
He never joins.
Oh.
Yeah, not worth it. Yeah, I don't see him.
Oh, just really quickly, I want to do a shout out to Crizzy, and there's somebody else that also did some stickers. I can see your PFP, but I can't see your name. So whoever you are, thanks for putting those in there. If you guys want, if you're already subbed and you want Tommy to, like, you want to make a suggestion, you can do that. Just scroll down where the stickers are. There's a little plus sign and add your suggestions in there.
You think it's too late to get solar?
No, there's plenty of sun there in Arizona.
Do you get like tax write-offs in Arizona if you adopt solar?
Yes, there is some, like, you have to pay for all the installation and shit, but they essentially cover a lot of the actual panels, and then you can sell it back to the company. You can sell your energy back to the company.
Yeah, they
Which
do
I
have,
I don't want to. I don't want to sell it back to them because they buy it for me for super cheap, and then they sell it for like 15 cents a kilowatt hour. I'm like, fuck you guys, it's my energy at that point.
Yeah, that's a pretty disproportionate trade-off.
Yeah, I agree. So I'd much rather store it. I'd rather give it to my neighbors for free than sell it to them so they can capitalize on it.
Yeah, solar's the new cable.
But solar panels and a well, those are my next two things to become like completely independent. A well, yeah.
But baby Jessica's fall down those.
Nah, man, that was before you were born.
I remember baby Jessica.
Do you?
Yeah, well, I mean, not personally, but I remember the story. There was Balloon Boy. That was my generation. That was our baby Jessica, and there's a new documentary coming out.
Oh, the kid in the
weather balloon, yeah.
Yeah, but he ended up being in the garage or something, didn't he?
Yeah.
The attic, that's right.
Thing was, their abusive ass family thought it was a good idea to get on TV because they were on Wife Swap or some shit, and I guess Dad got a hard on for cameras, so he conjured up that story, put his son in the attic, and then the son spilled the beans on national TV and said, well, it was a part of Daddy's TV show or something like that. And I think they went to jail.
He tried to play it off. I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, he went to jail for that?
Dad went to, yeah, both parents went to jail.
Good.
I think they have the kids back again, which they shouldn't.
They should do a Where Are They Now?
Be careful of people joining the box. I had to block someone that I'd blocked on another account.
Oh, okay. Oh, he spent 90 days in jail in order to pay $36,000. Should be more. my class had to write a letter to that little shit.
We got 2 guests.
Oh, cool.
You pick.
Are they cleared to go? I only see one. I see J Ray.
Okay,
You can call
then
me
that-
Jay. You can call
that's
me
the
Ray. No, she's on our side.
No.
We'll try R-Dub64, perhaps.
R-Dub. I knew a guy named R-Dub in high school.
Yellow?
Actually, I wasn't in high school.
Yo.
Hey.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
we
were
got-
you ever a DJ in Arizona?
That means no. What's up? Are you
All right.
debating?
I just want to let the Republicans know
Oh, what the
y'all
fuck?
fell for it again.
Absolutely not wrong. There's only one President Trump. You cannot outsmart me. Okay, that is so nasty. Excuse me.
Next.
That's one of the very few times that I didn't see some man's pickle when he turned on the camera.
I know. I get really apprehensive during that. 10 years later, Balloon Boy and his family still denounced the idea that it was a hoax. It was a hoax. What? You lied. The kid was in the attic. He said it on TV. What else is there to say?
The dad went to jail.
All right. It was a hoax. What other word do you want to use? A farce?
A
Loser.
skit.
Yeah. A poo? A prank? A joke? Jackass. Wonder how the kids doing these days. Must be weird to, to have that sort of icebreaker moment in college. Tell us about yourself. Well, my dad lied about me being a balloon. You guys probably saw that in the media. Yeah. Anyways, I like Hot Wheels. It's gotta be awkward. Oh yeah, you were that little balloon shit. Yeah, I cared about you, man. I'm sorry, it wasn't my fault.
Poochie, you next time Jaden is give Jaden a follow, and next time he's live, go in and debate him.
Oh, who's saying stuff about me? I can't. Did
No,
they
no.
get muted?
Poochie, no. Poochie wants to debate
For a
with.
formal debate. Oh, sure, you can join.
Yeah, Poochie, give Jaden a follow. He's better with the Philbro stuff. I can't do the Philbro. I can't. I'm impatient with you.
Oh, is he debating for that or against it? I'm not sure.
Who?
He's Christian and he's pro-life.
Okay, well, I invited him.
I hate Philbro stuff. Really, it's just like it's real. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be so real. The Philbro debates are really just. They're really just a
sophistry.
Yeah, it's people that don't understand policy, and so they latch onto these theoretical ideas because you can't get pinned down on theoretical ideas, or you can, but it's just way easier to invoke sophistry, and it's annoying. I think it's for people that, I'm gonna be real. I debated one kid once, and we were talking about postmodernism, specifically postmodern Marxism. I've read a lot of this stuff, and I was just like, why does this feel so shallow? I was like, I read some of that. I don't know. And I talked to him for a minute about it, and then I went over and literally watched a video, and he had repeated it verbatim. It was like a 5-minute video. I was like, this is because I was like, this is really not a good in-depth view of Foucault. And I was like, I haven't read about this in 10 years. Let me get a refresher. And that's what it was.
Notice that they really don't debate much other than like maybe 3 topics.
Yeah.
Economy, abortion, and God. They don't debate the ethics of migration or climate change or healthcare.
Yeah, and the abortion debate's so tired. It's so tired. Yeah. It has been for years.
But morality debates are very circular, and there's no dub. There's never like a true dub.
You know what? It is performative. It's really performative. just like, yeah, look, I'm so smart because I know these concepts. I'm just like, fuck, I'm so annoyed because you do. Like, unlearn them. Like, or learn them better.
And they absolve themselves of the material outcome of their beliefs. You know, like when abortion bans go into effect and more people die, they have no argument for that.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So what are we going to do for the last hour or so? My neck is really hurting.
You know, I don't know.
We got another hour?
Yeah, it's only 8.
Thanks,
Suggestions?
Kelly. I didn't see the
We
gift.
could do
but I
some
appreciate
content review, but
That's always fun.
Yeah, I like content review. I think it's funny.
Can we set that up
Let's
tomorrow?
review
so much
older
to set up.
millennials' latest video.
Well, what was it about? I can't review it.
No, I'm
Can't
kidding.
review it. Oh, I can't.
He's just saying that the person that got him arrested called the police 400 times, and that he was let go. The charges were dropped. She actually made a response video, and she showed where that's not true. He got time served and he was let go. And that he's been doxxed, he's had XYZ, all these things, and so now he's kind of done a veiled threat, like, okay, now it's my turn kind of situation. Who cares? It's interesting to see what he looks like sober, though.
Is it, though?
Not really.
I will hold my tongue.
Yeah.
That wasn't a no duels he was drinking.
Probably not. Oh, that's right. He was live.
He threatened to dox his enemies, so he threatened to commit a crime against people.
Yeah. He's basically like, now I'm going to do to you what you guys have done to me.
Now
Oh,
I'm
no.
gonna.
Yeah.
Anyways.
If anybody has, and most of them are on YouTube, but if anyone has suggestions that something like maybe a debate that you'd like for Tommy, a political debate for Tommy to walk us through, like send him a message on IG.
Yeah.
Because I think people could also learn from where leftists kind of maybe drop the ball in debates.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we could do some debate analysis. That would actually be really good.
Yeah.
I would like that. That's actually really good because that gives us a big window of time that we can cover stuff in. We can't do Ethan Klein though. Sorry.
RTP is debating Andrew Wilson this Friday. So if you don't really have anything planned, I don't know if you want to live stream it or I don't even know if it is being live. I don't know.
No. Nor would I ever debate Andrew Wilson. He is a vile, toxic human being that should be demonetized off YouTube. I've watched him in some of the grossest debates I've ever seen. Trying to, and this is, by the way, this is a manipulation tactic. They erode your morality, and reinforce theirs. That's the whole thing, to normalize this. This is why we're watching so many things enter the public eye that otherwise wouldn't, like this Alex Jones shit, Pizzagate, or whatever it is. That's why a sane person wouldn't think this, right? Or at least a reasonable person that could, use logic wouldn't think this, but they do. So.
I would suggest maybe like being able to review Destiny, but Destiny's such a shitbag that like he was so racist on another live on TikTok.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, that you were on, Jaden. I would never give him the time of day. He's disgusting, and he's a Zaya.
I think he just fundamentally doesn't like black people and sees it as an inconvenience to his profit or whatever it is he's trying to gain when people of color voice their grievances with him and whatever organization he's a part of.
I would say the way he treated Erica was just very obvious that he really does not like black women. Really does not like black women. But there are other leftist debaters that I think kind of make decent points, but it would just be interesting because we know where the right is always messing up, right? The debaters on the right, you can see where they're like flubbing all the time. I just think it would be interesting to see where you guys would be able to add like, hey, this, I would have gone in this direction instead.
That's fair. I was thinking about doing no, I think that's good. I think that's good because I was already thinking about doing like a debate recap at the end of debates, but I don't know that I want to. We kind of already do that and explain it through the thing, but yeah, no, that'd be good. That'd be good. I would agree.
Yeah, Destiny didn't want Jaden's smoke at all.
I like my dudes debates when you're on the verge of crunching an opponent and you bring them back and offer them an out, high class. Here's the thing. This is actually something that I really live by here is like, if someone is willing to admit that they were wrong, okay. I'm not going to attack you for it. I'm not going to come after you for it. Nothing. Right? If, you were going to admit that they were wrong, then that's fine. Like, it is what it is. I actually think that we had one kid come in here, a couple weeks ago, and he was like, "Oh no, you're wrong. You got me. Yeah, actually, you got me. That's a good point." I was like, "Okay, cool." Like, I think the problem with like a lot of online content is, and especially in the debates, is the want to like destroy someone, right? The want to destroy someone so badly and then punish them for it, like that's not reinforcing, right? Because like if you destroy a person and then you're just like haha and you kick them when they're on the ground, they're not gonna see anything after that. They're gonna every time like they're gonna go ahead and defend themselves, right? And defend like their belief system, and not just their belief system, but the way that they come to conclusions, right? The epistemology of it, like how they come to these illogical conclusions. They're not going to challenge that. So I think that that's one of the worst things that we do, and I see it all the time, and I don't like it. Of just being like, I'll be like, okay, cool, hey, that's a good of you, like, reinforce them having that change, because people don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny watching right-wingers debate people and thinking that they won the debate. It's very self-evident when they think that, because I owned you, I dog-walked you, and they'll run on that for weeks on
Let me start up this Ben Shapiro debate. Click. He owns you. You know what I mean? Like, that is really every Ben Shapiro debate. I destroyed you. Every single one of them.
If you have to justify your own wins by announcing it to everybody, then you probably didn't win.
I don't think this guy is a good debater. Well, if you don't think I'm a good debater over on YouTube, the YouTube short side, you can come over to TikTok. It's debate.dude and step in.
You know what I don't like is when and I get this with the Phil Bros, when they steamroll and you beg them, please stop steamrolling, just let everybody talk. Everybody gets the space to speak. And then finally you're like, okay, I'm just going to kick you. You've warned them plenty of times. You kick them, they go into the comments and they're like, you're running, I got the dub, you kicked me.
Right.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you're running, I got the dub. Yeah, I hate that. It's like, that's so,
I won.
Super childish. I talked over you enough, I win.
Right.
Haha.
Leo debates does that. Leo drives me nuts. And Poochie was in here earlier. They're friends, but at least Poochie, like, he's chill. He doesn't do the over talking.
Is Leo that skinny dude?
Leo's from Canada. I've never Well, I've seen a picture.
Does he have a crown in his name? Is skinny white dude, tall, brown hair?
Yeah.
Or looks tall, I guess.
Yeah, that's Leo.
Alright. I saw him the other day. Somebody else was in his live.
I never seen him.
You
Yeah,
really?
He didn't say
Leo?
much.
I know
Everybody
the
else was
name, but I've
talking.
never seen him debate.
He's awful.
That's what I hear.
It was supposed to be a 4v4 panel. He didn't say a word. It was everybody else.
Oh, that's surprising. Yeah, I'm getting kind of tired of TikTok debates. Gonna be real honest with you. You know, it's run its course. I like doing this show, but in general, I haven't really gone live in a hot minute. I haven't joined other people's lives. I haven't crashed any lives in a bit. Maybe. Maybe I'm just burned out from the last month. I was very busy. There's just little enjoyment to be found in it.
I don't really.
A couple months ago, I started like looking for smaller accounts that are debating, and I've come into a couple of people where it's just refreshing. Sorry, you big account debaters, but yeah, it's nice. It's like a good difference.
I saw Tommy in the wild the other day. He was over on Good Troubles.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy, why you used to like go on MAGA lives and troll them? That was hilarious. You had those guys
Wait,
one night believing. Well, okay, so the one night you had those old guys believing you were Trump, and
That's
then
funny.
you had that like daddy, whatever his name, who ended up kicking and blocking you. You had him on the ropes. Those were, oh my God, remember the super young kid? We were like, is he 17 or 18? And he was just,
bro. That kid, he modded me in that chat, and just like 2 weeks ago, no, it was probably closer to a month, he unmodded me. That debate she's talking about was years ago, and I talked him into modded me in the chat because like there were some really awful people in there, like God bless it, what's his name? Angelo, fuck, I can't think of his name.
oh, the one that went to jail?
Yeah. Anyway, so like there's some really awful people in there, and I talked the kid into modding me, and he did. And I've been his mod for years, and he just unmodded me.
What a douche.
I don't know. He hasn't gone live since then though.
Maybe
Since
I'll go
Tommy,
live tonight.
I mean.
Since Tommy wrecked his day. Yeah, you should do that more often. Now that you have these other accounts, you should go in. Yeah.
Mr. Nice Guy, that's who it was.
Nah. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go over and be in those debates, and I don't know. I don't usually have a lot of fun in those debates. So
You used to come, like,
show.
you would come in, and then in the chat you would say, "Daddy's here."
Yeah, those are funny.
Oh yeah. What's the chat on the screen? This is a TikTok chat. Yeah, I did. Daddy's here. Yeah.
But it's nice, like Jaden, you go on lots of different panels.
Yeah.
That's
They just
good.
annoy the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Really drives my patience. You know, I don't like being talked over by 7, 8 people at once.
I found if you go in there and you make a deal with them and say, hey, since I'm the only op, it's me and then somebody else and then me and somebody else. Sometimes they'll respect that. They'll actually stick to that because you have to remind them, but they'll actually.
A lot.
No, it was just like
tried
I remember
that.
this. It's just like stuff like this. I remember this one time I went in and tried to talk about Ukraine, and for like 45 minutes I sat there and got fucking triple teamed. And we're not talking like I was able to get out like a paragraph. We're talking about like I would start off the sentence and get halfway through it, and the other person would cut me off, and I'd be like, "Why the fuck? Why would I join the live if I can't even
Why am I here?
fucking? Why? If you just want to talk, I'll just leave." And it was just like, it was clear to me. It's like none of you know anything about Ukraine. Couldn't point to it on a fucking map, and you're sitting here telling me. And I was just like, you know what? I just left. And they all were like, "Yeah, I won. I beat him in it." I didn't fucking say a word.
I would like
Didn't say a
Millie to
word.
come in and debate you. Do you know Millie? SK's.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
I'd love.
horrible.
No.
She's terrible, but she was about a week and a half ago. She was debating critically, and she just kept going, "I'm dog walking you," and I'm like,
Yeah, she does that. She and one of her simps, Justin, made a whole background with me and Carbon and other people with our face with like tears running down it. Like, oh, she dog walked all of them. Who's next? It's like, why do you base your whole personality off of like winning debates? It's kind of, I don't know, lame.
Yeah.
Habsburg,
Yeah.
Justin.
Real
Yeah,
Justin
that
is
is
his name.
really annoying. Really annoying.
No, it's Habsburg, Justin. That's
Yeah.
You called Trump a daddy before it was popular? No. I used to go into lives and because I had a account that was about Trump, and I would go in and trick people into thinking I was Trump. You should just go. You should do that, Gene. Go in there and be like on a and just pretend you're Trump and just be like, now call me daddy. Call me daddy.
Absolutely.
It's true, dude.
Now get on your knees for me.
Yeah.
I've got the Astroglide.
whenever we're whenever Reggie and I are debating Brits and like ops that are British, I always bring up this picture. Yeah, I bring up the Habsburg picture.
yeah. Yeah, man, that's his jaw. That's his jawline. That's Justin's jawline. He's part of the Habsburg family. It's for sure.
Oh God.
Am I wrong?
Crazy fucking idea.
You're not. It's accurate.
That's why I call him Habsburg Justin.
I see it. Democrats are a joke. We just wear tampons on our ears at the RNC and think vaccines have 5G in them, and Biden's a robot clone. We probably believe the balloon boy shit, but Democrats are jokes.
Remember when they were painting their roofs blue so that they didn't get torched by the Jewish space lasers?
Oh yeah, that stupid shit. Damn, man, they really do a lot of creepy, batshit, inhuman things, don't they? Regressive. Yeah, but the fucking real men wear diapers. You remember that? When they said that Donald Trump had a diaper on, they started wearing shirts that said real men wear diapers, and then started wearing diapers.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, they were carrying around cups at rallies that had JD Vance's
his fucking splooge.
Yeah, his baby juice.
Shush up.
Wasn't that
You guys shush up right now.
Was that a troll? Was that a troll?
No, it was their
Oh,
supporters.
real. It was real.
Oh, I thought someone trolled him with it. Okay.
No, they think like because we were making the couch jokes, and so they thought, oh, we'll get them. This is like, oh,
This will show him.
this will show those libs.
This will show him. Yeah, this will show him. I don't know.
Hey, liberals, bukkake. Gotcha.
All right, you know what? We're gonna call it. It's getting out of hand. Jaden, are you gonna go live to take that shit show over there?
Yeah, sure. I'll go live.
Yeah, wait, real quick. We have 485 viewers in here. If you're not following Tommy, please go ahead and give a follow. That little plus sign next to his name, and also, well, Jaden left. Jaden LeBron, he'll be going live, and Tic Tac. Give them a follow. And also follow Tic Tac on what is it, Blue Sky?
I just went on there. I don't go on there as often as I should. I'll be honest.
Yeah. All right,
But
good night.
before I go, though, I need to thank Amanda, Dennis, Sharon, Michelle, Jude, and Leanne again. You guys, you made my night. You made things easier. I appreciate all of y'all. You guys be great. Thanks. Have a good night.
Have a good night. I have a crazy headache, so it's getting worse as the night goes along. So I appreciate everyone. I will see y'all tomorrow in the morning.